something that I'm always looking for too is these spots just stand out to me. It's not that I'm not hunting them if they don't have this, but something that's really standing out is I'm looking for spots that have one way in, one way out. Just because there's one entrance and one parking lot and one way in and out doesn't mean that's how I'm going to do it, but it usually means that there's one parking lot and there's a trail that goes back a mile. Then guys are walking down that path. They might veer off that path a little bit, a few hundred yards maybe, and hunt those spots. But there's one way in and one way out. And what I'm doing is deer get used to that, and 90% of their pressure is going to come from that spot. And so now I can figure out, okay, well, where are these deer bedding to watch or to come in and out, like watching humans come in and out of this property. And then I can figure out, okay, well, if I park at the parking lot like everybody else, but I go to the main road and I walk all the way around and come in a complete opposite direction. It might be a little bit harder. It might be, sneakier. It might be take me longer to get back there, or even walk down the path and these deer, they're not really going to booger out. They're used to it, and then J hook back to them. I've done that before and been, successful on at least getting in front of deer. And so, but these single pass in, pass out are not bad places to be. You just have to understand that these deer are going to set up in a manner to watch that pressure come and go, and then figure out, okay, what are they doing to this pressure? And then how can I get in a different way? Whether that's come from the water, which is going to eliminate a bunch of guys, whether that's come from another parking lot. Like I've done that, where if there's a big parking lot way on the other side of this, well, these deer are expecting people to come from this parking lot. And when they do this. Well, I can go to this parking lot 4 miles down and walk maybe a creek or a river or whatever that connects to that property, come way from the other side, and then get in on the back way. That way, if people do put the pressure in there, they're coming out, and I'm basically hunting what people call like exit routes, like where these deer are once they get pressure on this property, how do they avoid that pressure and where do they go to get off that property? And then I'll go and hunt those basically from a different parking lot. That is why I look for those spots, because you can predict how people are coming and going, and then it makes it a little bit easier to figure out like what the deer are doing to avoid that.